And the only problem is, if we do it globally, and we're connected, but that means that people will immediately start to exchange information, ideas, and start work together. And there was actually the biggest problem is the trust issue. So and the hub is now also building the social currency within their virtual platforms with all these hubs. But he didn't elaborate and do too much details. I guess it's not too much like being done. Yeah. So I mean, the whole thing and subject here is the social currency. So creating credit and point collecting system is a sort of solution to build trust. And a lot of people yesterday they have commented to me saying, I mean, this destroyed the whole idea of the purity of sharing. That if I share something, then you needed to give me some points, and I was like, okay, and we're done. And so I don't owe you anything. I give you points already. Yeah. So and so just want your feedback about this. And I think the trust issue is the number one issue if you want to collaborate with another globally. How do you do this? One other thing I mentioned yesterday is the facilitation. And facilitation means that there will be a person in your space who is the more or less the leader or facilitator of the whole sharing. And so they know each other, and they could help to build this trust within their own community. That could be another solution. So the hub is also trying this online facilitation.
Could there's like an input? There's a little video, 40 seconds, from another entity in London. It's called Hub Culture.
Yeah, I know this organization. I talked to the founder.
Yeah, they have founded the social currency Ben like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And they explain in the video what it's about. 40 seconds, maybe.
I know this organization. I saw to see the video.
I just know that they're experimenting with it for a couple of years, and the hub culture movement, in my view, is like really like the upper 10,000. They have like this really classy clubhouse in London. They go to Weltwirtschafts or World Business Forum in Davos, and they really want to have this high-class kind of network.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know if it's really. I haven't been there. Maybe you know that.
I've been there, and I talked to the founder, and the founder has written a whole book about this social currency, and because his own background is more or less the guru of broadcasting and advertising, and he only wants to attract people in this sector and who are kind of very well established professionals. Mm-hmm. And I've been talking to him about collaboration, but he just pointed out that he was talking to someone on the Bounce, which is like the most prestige location you could ever think in Shanghai, to have a hub culture there. So I was like, okay, this completely they want to have this very prestige clubhouse sort of organization for these type of people. So.
I missed the beginning. Have you tried to use social currency in your co-working space already, or?
We're experimenting, but I think there are so many things you should think very carefully. Otherwise, if you fuck up once, you probably will have a lot of damage to.
I think it would be great to set up one prototype, as more like a small field experiment about social currency. Because I was in another session before, it was about, I think, the political shift, more like it was the thesis of the historical shift. It was the old corporations, dictators, and socialism.
Here this year. And she had a social currency implemented. A small thing, but it was some points that she would give. They would give as hosts to people that help out in the hosting process, and co-workers would give to each other as well. So in the beginning of every month, she would give to everyone, I don't know, maybe 10 of these coins.
But it was in the hub. Because in the hub they have a currency also for rewarding cooperation or contribution for the?
It's probably Tajana.
This was not
who
the
didn't
hub.
come. Yeah,
This
it's
was
not
not
the
the
hub.
hub. No, this was their own
That's
thing.
what
I don't
okay.
know the name, but it was not the hub.
Okay.
And she said it was working fine.
Mm.
I never tried it.
Mm-hmm.
But regarding your philosophical question, which is if it's skilling, sharing, and putting a market concept on sharing and just being collaborative, I would say I don't think so. Not for me, but it probably depends on how people see themselves and how people are. But not for me. I would be maybe a little bit competitive.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would be like, if I have a lot of coins with me, I don't think, okay, I'm not helping anyone else because I have a lot of currency. You know, I don't think I would do that. And I don't think I would do the opposite, which is I don't have more nothing. So who needs help?
Yeah, I think no matter what the social currency is, there needs to be a balance and a sustainable philosophy. Because I come from a business background in branding, but I think that you need to be able to sustain your business. And there's one part of giving back, which I consider like a component that we should all have in our lives, like social responsibility, whether that's mentoring, or I do it for underprivileged kids and high-risk kids, but I do it outside of co-working. But then you're just in a space and you're giving to a lot of people. But what we were discussing is, I feel like if you give away too much, you're not, it's like you can't put your, the mask on your face to get air. You're supposed to put the mask on your face for yourself before you put it on your child. Because you have to be able to support yourself before you can give everything else away. So I think there's a balance of being sustainable yourself, and then you're also able to give back. But if there's an imbalance on any side, I just don't think it works, because if you can't support yourself, you can't support your community.
I don't think that the buildings,
just
point to
Are
certain
you
level.
saying, because maybe I didn't understand, are you saying to replace all money for this, or?
I don't think it
No.
could be that far.
No.
It's really just a kind of system within the community. And I just to answer your question, if you are like a completely share rich and currency rich, and that means that you will stop sharing. That means you have built a huge reputation for yourself, and that everybody